Psalm 141, a Psalm of David. O Lord, I call upon you. Hasten to me. Give ear to my voice when I call to you. Let my prayer be counted as incense before you, and the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips. Do not let my heart incline to any evil, to busy myself with wicked deeds, in company with men who work iniquity, and let me not eat of their delicacies. Let a righteous man strike me. It is a kindness. Let him rebuke me. It is oil for my head. Let my head not refuse it. Yet my prayer is continually against their evil deeds. When their judges are thrown over the cliff, then they shall hear my words, for they are pleasant. And when one plows and breaks up the earth, so shall our bones be scattered at the mouth of Sheol. But my eyes are toward you, O Lord, my God. In you I seek refuge. Leave me not defenseless. Keep me from the trap that they have laid for me, and from the snares of evildoers. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, while I pass by safely. Commentary for Psalm 141. Psalm 141 is a prayer by David asking God for protection from external enemies and, more importantly, from internal temptation and sin, focusing on guarding his speech, heart, and actions, while also seeking deliverance and justice against the wicked. It's a plea for spiritual integrity, asking God to guide him away from the delicacies or temptations of sinners, and to let the wicked fall into their own traps, with David's prayer seen as incense pleasing to God. Key themes and meanings. Guard my mouth and heart, verses 1 through 4. David asks God to put a watch over his lips and not incline his heart to evil, wanting his prayers to be sincere, like evening incense, and seeking protection from temptation and sinful pleasures. Open to rebuke. He desires to receive correction from the righteous, even if painful, rather than ignoring godly wisdom, showing humility and a willingness to learn. Protection from the wicked, verses 9 and 10. David prays to avoid the snares and traps set by his enemies, asking God to turn their evil plans back on themselves, leading to their downfall. Spiritual integrity. The psalm emphasizes the struggle against inner corruption and the allure of sin, prioritizing internal righteousness over external circumstances. Evening prayer. Its reference to the evening sacrifice led early Christians to use it in evening liturgy, symbolizing the offering of one's life to God at day's end. In essence, it's a prayer for survival, not just physically but spiritually, by seeking God's help to live righteously amidst a corrupt world and wicked people, wanting to avoid the temptations that could lead to compromise and ruin. Thoughts on Psalm 141 by Dane Ortland. Surrounded by evil and enemies, David prays in this psalm that he would not compromise himself and fall into the very sins of which he is a victim. David asks God to sustain him and keep his own tongue from falling into the vicious speech of his adversaries, verses 3 and 4. We know the tug that David is feeling. When slandered, when attacked, it feels natural to respond in kind. Not only natural, but right. The urge to lock horns with our adversaries, even in subtle or underhanded ways, is strong. It feels impossible merely to overlook an insult, a misunderstanding, an accusation. Left to ourselves, it is impossible. Only one healthy way forward exists. My eyes are toward you, O God, my Lord. In you I seek refuge. Verse 8. David pulls his attention off of his accusers and puts them on the Lord. But what does this mean? It means to trust God himself to vindicate us in his own good way and time. We can either seek to justify ourselves now, intensifying the strife, or we can let God do so at the end of time, easing the strife in the present as we trust God in his rightful role as judge. We can look to God only to the degree that we remember that we ourselves deserve God's punishment and judgment far more than our enemies realize. But Jesus Christ absorbed that punishment in our place. Liberated by this gospel of grace, we are free to look to God in our present interpersonal strife, even when we know ourselves to be wrong.